Hey Mets fans, on this next episode of Rant What? Yeah, let me rewind that, guys. Going forward, I've made a decision to kind of like rebrand a little bit. Going forward, the show is no longer going to be called Rants from the Third Rail. I feel like I have more to offer the viewers than just rants. I'm still going to rant once in a while, but I have more baseball knowledge and more overall trivia knowledge about the Mets, historical knowledge. Let me not say trivia, because trivia is a different kind of word. Those are quirky questions when they ask trivia, which I do know the answer to some, but that's regardless. Going forward, I'm gonna be naming the show Bearded Mets Banter, because I like to talk my shit. And on this next episode, it's gonna be an opening day preview. Basically, I'm gonna have a former minor league prospect. He was drafted in the sixth round of the 1986 draft by the Kansas City Royals, and he was a relief pitcher. His name is Eugene Acevedo. He's going to be joining in, and I'm going to ask him a few questions with regards to the 2021 Mets season. Guys, get ready. The 7 train's right there. We out. Let's go.
This is a Mets Willets Point bound 7 local train. The next and last stop is Mets Willets Point.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Here we go. Hey, folks. Welcome to another edition of Bearded Mets Banter with your host, Chente Camacho. As y'all know, I rebranded. It's no longer Rants from the Third Rail. I feel like I offer more than just rants, as I said before in the preview. But today's a special episode. Today is the opening day special. And for this episode, I decided to bring on one of my co-panelists. He's very knowledgeable on baseball in general, especially the Mets. Lifelong Mets fan from what I know. Just met the brother. We vibe really well. Give it up for former, minor league prospect for the Kansas City Royals, 6th-round pick in 1986 draft, relief pitcher, Gene Acevedo. Thanks for joining me, my brother.
Hey, thanks for having me, Chente. I appreciate it, man. Looking forward to this. Like always, we vibed good in the last chat. You just diehard Met fans. I'm ready to go.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you for coming on and taking the time. Let's just jump right into this thing, bro. I have a set of questions for you, and I feel like you bring both the fan and player aspect behind it, giving your background. You know what I'm saying? So question one I want to jump right off with is, should Mets fans be worried about the injury to Cookie Carrasco?
I don't think they should be too worried about it. He's usually have good health. Besides, he's had, the leukemia he was suffering through. To him, this is nothing. It's unfortunate it happened early, but it's kind of a blessing because he got into a late start in spring training anyway. So he might have not been ready. So maybe instead of hurting his arm, trying to force his way to the starting lineup, to the starting rotation. So he gets a chance to sit, get ready, fully prepared, and it'd be like picking somebody up in the middle of the season because he's a solid number 2-3 pitcher. So, and I'm happy with the way Lucchese's doing, Peterson's doing. We got. I'll tell you, that was the difference before. We got backup now. We don't have to rush people like that anymore.
We got depth.
Yeah, we got that. So it's definitely that. I'm not concerned about it. He'll heal through it, and he'll be solid for us.
So yeah, because I asked you that question because I noticed on social media feeds a lot of people going crazy. With him and Noah Syndergaard missing, everyone's losing their heads, and I'm just like, they just shifted pieces they acquired during the offseason, and they just towing the line now. Now you got to have the guys that are ready, and as you mentioned, the Mets haven't been in this position. The Mets have had no depth in the starting rotation, so now with these guys sliding in, you got people that just dislike Marcus Stroman for personal reasons, and they fail to separate the baseball and the personal stuff. So I'm glad you touched on that. I appreciate you touching on that, man. That's what's up. And let's stay on the pitching a little bit. Should we really worry about Betances and Jody Familia?
You know what? Familia's doing well. He's as long as his velocity stays up 97, his thing is control. And he did typical Familia in one of the last exhibition games. Walked 2 batters, but got out of the inning like Familia does.
Right.
Get the ground balls, get the double play. That's his game. If he does that, he'll be fine. And he looks fine. But Betances worries because he's losing his velocity, but he wants to be a pitcher. So listen, he has a wicked enough slider, wicked enough curve, throws strikes. He could be a 6 inning guy for now. You know what I'm saying? Get him there till he feels like he's comfortable enough and get strong again. If not, he's a veteran. He knows how to pitch. So if he was like a young guy with no control, then yeah, I'm saying, you know, maybe we have to let him go. But since he's a veteran, he knows what he's doing. I'm not too concerned about. I'm happy with what we have. What's this kid that pitched good, number 50, that we picked up from Baltimore last year? Garcia is his name?
Yes.
Yes, Garcia. He's been electric. I know it's exhibition, but you can see his ball moving. He's got his slider working, his changeup working, and he's throwing 97 plus. When a guy like that, then we got Lugo coming back in May. I'm not really listen. The depth we have, and we're going to keep going back and forth with the depth, is that Syndergaard's coming in May. Carrasco's coming in May.
Yes.
Lugo's coming in May.
Yes.
All we have to do is keep a balance going right now. We straight, man. I'm excited.
That's what's up. Now we not out of your comfort zone because your stuff is pitching, but let's jump now into the position aspect. You know, we got a little position battle brewing at third base between J.D. Davis, who's to me the incumbent because he's been on the Mets a little bit longer and he played with us at the major league level. And then you got one of the fan favorites, Luis Guillorme, who's got all the glove work, hand-eye coordination in the world, pretty good at the plate. But who do you see as the leading candidate for the position at third base?
Honestly, Guillaume has come up and it's gotten better. His defense has always been stellar. Everywhere in the minor, he's been great at defense. He's becoming a better hitter. But J.D. Davis has a start. Maybe I won't do like a platoon system, but it's like a rough righty, like Scherzer.
Right.
If he struggles to Scherzer, then you put Guillaume at third. Let him start that game. You know, ones that are tough. But I think he can handle himself, Davis. He's played better defense in exhibition. And Guillaume just fits that. The great thing about that is like after the 6th, 7th inning and we got a lead, with Guillaume in third, infield solid. That's the thing. Now we got depth to cover all the positions, man. This is why I'm so excited. You know, people don't understand. They thought we didn't make the big moves.
Right.
Lindor was the biggest move anybody could make. You know,
we got 2 for 1 on that one, man.
Right, and then he just covers half of the world on the left side of the infield. You know, so he'll help Davis on. He's already has. So I think Davis would be fine at third. Guillaume comes in later against tough righties. Yeah, I think Guillaume should start the game. At least give him that chance.
All right. Now, segueing into that, you said big move. Do you see the Mets in any time at any juncture of this season actually like going out and trading for a center fielder? I like him personally, you know, just to say.
Yeah, and I'm with Nemo playing. I mean, we're better if Nemo plays left field, but we need Dominic Spat out there, and he's going to be serviceable out there. You know, we can get away with a lot in left field. He'll handle his business there. I like what we got as backers, Pilar. I mean, he's a stud. He was always a stud.
Gold glove type.
Toronto, gold glove type. He can play center field. And Amore, he's a free swinger. He reminds me of a more power hitter than Legares was. You know,
right.
He can play the center field like Legares, but he's
Legares,
he can't hit. I mean, and Legares wasn't much of a hitter too, but this guy's all about power, nothing. But you can see, even when you watch him swing, you can still see that he's capable.
Right.
He's about being. He has to be more selective. That's all.
That's it. He's not patient.
And those 2 in the outfield, we're fine, man. We're good in the outfield. If man, DH made some big difference. I don't know why they don't go with DH on this. That would have made our team even better. Crazy.
I personally think DH stunted the free agent market. The team
absolutely
see what this idiot Manfred was going to do in terms of the rules of what he was going to install or whatnot.
Look what he did. Look what he did to other teams. Like, Jay Bruce wouldn't have been playing for the Yankees if this guy didn't get hurt. But Jay Bruce is a perfect DH guy for you in any team. You know, and listen, I'm an old school National League guy, but at the end of the day, I was okay with the DH. And you know what? It's best that way anyway. I'd rather have that. But I think we're good in the outfield. But we have that opportunity to pick up somebody, you know, who wants to give up somebody for not too much prospects. You know, and we got the opportunity if somebody gets hurt or anything like that.
All right, that's what's up. I'm gonna flip because you know you have a little something. I'm gonna flip these questions a little bit. I'm gonna go to this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to. Do you have a timeline in your mind of when Ronnie Mauricio would eventually be called up to the Mets, to the big club?
He won't be up this year unless, like if a J.D. Davis gets hurt or Jeff McNeil gets hurt.
Right.
We might go outside, depending how this kid's still young. I mean, especially since we're going into playoff battles, we want to make the playoffs. I don't think I want to bring a young kid up like that. Unless we got a nice little lead, then you know what? Somebody gets hurt, let's give him a chance.
Let me present to you a scenario real quick, Gene.
Yeah.
Let's say for example, he's destroying minor league pitching and he's just all world down there, and he shows out. What would you give it another look then?
Yeah, I would, because if somebody's not doing what they're doing in the majors right now, and an injury comes, yeah, definitely give him a shot, because the glove is there.
Yes.
We're not going to suffer through the glove.
Yes.
The kid has the glove already, and he's a switch hitter. Yes. So absolutely.
All right. Cool.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. And the PECOTA statistician projections, they painted our Mets winning 95 games this season. Do you see that as accurate? I mean, should you go high, low? Where would you go on that?
When you posed that question to me in my text, I was like, I predicted in the last video that about 92, 95 wins we can get.
Yes. I'm
not against that. I mean, they're a little exaggerating, but at the same time, by not watching exhibition games and watching what we have, man, I'm not worried as losing somebody and we don't have the depth like we had other years, and we have the resources too. Because Sandy will go get somebody without any hesitation, he'll go get somebody. So I think we're more than capable. I still haven't seen anything from Atlanta. Definitely not Washington. Philly ain't going nowhere.
Not showing me anything.
Actually, I fear the Marlins more than half of those teams, honestly, because they have the number on us,
Yes, since 2008, man. They, I tried that week.
Yeah.
Final week.
I don't really fear anybody in the National League East, and all we have with the pitching we have, and then these guys coming back. Listen, there's no reason we can't win 95 games. There's no reason.
Yeah, we have a reason to be optimistic. So you letting us Mets fans know, like, hey, get excited. There's something here. From question 1 to where we are now, man. That's what you've been leading up to me. So for my very last question, do you see our New York Mets, our guys, the team that we know and love, do you see them as a viable World Series contender?
I would have to see most of the season how it goes. Definitely playoffs. This playoff or bust this year. We got to make the playoffs with the team we have right now, and we're more than capable, man. Again, everything matters with health. How long somebody's going to be hurt. The Carrasco thing's a good thing because we weren't going to test our pitching depth, even though we had some backups. Now we test it, and we'll see from there. I think we'll be fine, honestly, because there's 2 lefties. See, the difference with Lucchesi and Mats that we gave up, Lucchesi is more of a straight, throws inside righties all the time. Has that curve, whatever. Never heard of a change-up curve.
Right.
But he's a ground ball pitcher, but you can see he can get people out,
He challenges the hitters more, in my perspective. He doesn't try to paint too much.
No, and he throws low in the zone. That's why he's a ground ball guy. Now that our infield is pretty good this year, I'm okay with a lot of ground balls heading our way, So yeah, I mean, I think we should be optimistic. We should be really excited. I think excited since the 2006 when we knew we had a good team.
That's what I said.
That's exciting. I mean, 215, and we had no idea.
No,
they surprised everybody.
Yeah. After that trade deadline, we took off.
Yeah.
If you tell me you knew that 2015 Mets team was going to the World Series in May and June, you're lying. You're lying.
And I felt after the trade deadline, you're right. That's when I felt we got something here.
We saw Cespedes. We saw Cespedes do something no one else ever did in a half season for the Mets.
And picking up those 2 utility guys too.
Johnson and Uribe. That was
huge. That was huge, man. They had big hits.
That started it.
Yeah, but 2006, and we had we had Beltran, Reyes, Wright, and we had the pitching. I was expectations, and that's how I feel right now. We have a team to win, man. We have a team. It's gonna sound biased, could be Met fans, but I'm keeping it real.
No. As baseball fans first, and of knowledgeable people of baseball, you recognize when your team is talented. You know, sometimes like 2002, we were a little disillusioned with 2002 because we wanted it so bad after 2000 losing and then missing out in 2001. But we know when we legitimately have a squad, and I feel like you feel. I think this is a squad. I think we could. I think we could do something given health status, like you said.
And to give the Yankees a little prop out. One thing, I've always never been a Yankee fan in my life, and it used to be a rival, but I always respect the Steinbrenner, the way he put the money on the team.
Oh,
for once, we got an owner that we can rely on like that. You know, we don't, you know, if something goes down, they're gonna go out their way and do what they need to do. They're not gonna worry about salary or anything like that.
Now that you talk about Steinbrenner and owners that we have, Uncle Steve, that tweet that he sent out, do you think he was like? I think he's in the Mets fans' heads. I think there's a deal done already. I believe there's a deal done. And before the season, they're gonna just announce it.
I think he's confident that it's gonna get done. You know, he knows the talent, and Lindor proved it even just to, if you had any little doubt.
What's this? The last 2 weeks, the guy's been like on an absolute tear.
Come on, the guy, switch hitting, power hitting, speed. I mean, gold glove, platinum glove, shortstop. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care about these young other guys. I mean, Lindor's already proven a couple of years, you know? And he ain't going to get like that, nobody. He ain't going to fail in New York. He's built for New York.
He really is built for New York, and he knows that.
Yeah.
And with that being said, Gene, what's your predictions? Like, give me a scenario that you see, who you see the last four standing in the National League. I don't want to leave the National League. We're going to stay in the National League. Who you see the last four in the National League?
Well, it's going to be Mets, Dodgers, Padres, and it's between the Marlins. I'm trying to look at anybody in the Central that I might think. I can't think of anybody else in the Central. I'm pretty much, those are the four I think they're going to stand strong.
All right, that's a good four. That's a strong four. You know, those are probably like the best four in the NL.
Yeah.
And then in the AL, who do you see in the AL now?
Man, you know, ever since you mentioned the Angels, you know, I like the Angels too. They like my second team. I've always have been an Angel fan,
but them White Sox,
man, yeah. I mean, even with that injury, they still okay. You know, Yankees, White Sox, Astros.
Yes.
Man, you could pick more than four teams in the American League.
American League is open. Yeah, it's open.
Yeah, let's see. Depending how the pitching goes for Toronto, you could put them up there too. You know? Yeah, you could put them up. And you can't sleep on the Oakland A's either, because they always find a way to win.
They do.
Come on, how they got Jeff Lowry going to be the starting second baseman? That guy played 7 games in 2 years for us.
For the Mets.
Man. Yeah, he's healthy. I'm starting to wonder what's going on with our medical staff, that this guy couldn't play for 2 years and he's a starter.
Now he's start all over again. Yeah,
what's the magic juice there? What's going on with that?
It's not New York. That's what it is. He saw New York. He's no part of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, on that note, you know, I'm gonna have you back. We're gonna do a quarter of the season, which is gonna be sometime in May. I'm gonna plug you on for that, and then we could evaluate the team a little bit better. We could see what we have after the first 40 games.
Yeah.
And then we could cook a little bit, and then after we cook on that, we're gonna do an All-Star Game one. You know, we do an All-Star Game one. I want to have you on a couple of times. I like what I hear from you. You bring some good energy, and you bring some good information as well, brother.
Listen, Chet, you have me at your disposal. I'm excited, bro. I like what you're doing, man. I really do. You're like a Met fan, like I am, man. You're a true believer, but you're a baseball person too. And I watch baseball, not only the Mets. I watch baseball. You know, right. I pay attention. I got Twitter up right now. You know, I'm always on Twitter to find out what's going on. I'm on baseball, and I love talking about baseball. Anybody that knows me, I love it. And you can listen. I'm ready whenever you want me. I'm at your disposal.
That's what's up. Hey, real quick, brother. Drop in your. Where can we find you on social media? You know, let people know, you know, more or less if they want to find you, where we can find you at, bro.
Well, again, like I'm starting on social media right now. If you see my name at XXX Corey Fear XXX is on YouTube. You can catch me on that, and then you can catch me on Eugene Junito Acevedo at Facebook. Those are the two social networks that I'll be using right now. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit more. You inspire me, man. I'm gonna try to do this a little bit more, bro.
And you know, like I said, you always have a platform here. on the bearded Mets banter with me. You know, you're a bearded brother. You have some of that banter in you, and I feel your energy, and you know, you're always welcome here, my brother. And I thank you so much for coming on. And Mets fans, this is Eugene Junito Acevedo, former minor league prospect, highly knowledgeable Mets fan, highly knowledgeable baseball fan. And with that being said, we signing off on today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, but before we leave, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click on that little button down there. Hit the bell.
Support my boy, guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace and love. Once again, we out.